Hi everyone, this is Rachel from Mini Ministry coming to share with you today just a quick tidbit of something I'm hearing a lot of discussion about, and so I think I'll give you a proper response to it. Now, you guys should all by now be familiar with the four Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. These four books tell us the life of Christ, from his amazing birth to his sad but necessary death and resurrection. And through these four books, we see his life played out. And it's not even everything is recorded about his life. If it could, we'd be reading for a long, long time, I'm sure. But these four Gospels are some of the most important books in the Bible. The whole Bible is important from Genesis to Revelation. But the four Gospels are so important because of it tells us of the life of Christ, how to be saved, and of the kingdom to come. Now, many people look at the four Gospels and say, how is it even possible that four different people can come up with this and that they don't all match? They're not all the same. Some of these people, say the same account or story, but they don't have the same versions in them. And a lot of people think that makes a contradiction to the Bible. But I'm here to tell you that is so not true. And here's why. Let me give you an example of something. I used to work at banking years ago, and I was in banking for multiple years. And we would have to do drills as to what would happen if we got robbed. Things we need to be on the lookout for and things to do. And every so often we'd have to do training where we would have suspicious people come in, and then no one knew who these suspicious people were. And then we'd have to take they'd come in and ask us questions about that person. What do you recall about them? What stuck out? What would make that person suspicious? Every person in that room came up with some of the similar things, but a lot of them were different. And that's the whole point. The Gospels, in their beautifulness, is the four different viewpoints of the same life of the same man. Now, naturally, if you take people and you take them to the same thing, say we all go to a baseball game together, all you, my friends, let's all go to a Tin Caps game. We're all going to walk away and different things may stick out to us. Different things may affect us differently. And you may see things the other people didn't see, because that's how we're wired. That's how we're made. And in the same way to the Gospels, the men who wrote it through the inspiredness of the Spirit did not always highlight the same things. That does not make it a contradiction. It doesn't make it any less valid. It's just how God inspired them in their viewpoint of what it was. You also have to remember that everybody comes from different backgrounds. You and I don't probably like the same things. We could. I like to read. But even if you do like the same things, or whether you don't, you're going to come with a different viewpoint because of how you see things. We have a son who's autistic, and he sees things very literal, point blank, but he misses some of the other nuances of stuff. I don't. But sometimes I miss the most literal moments. Everybody is created differently. Each person is given the gift of seeing things in a different way. And that's a beautiful thing, because that's how God designed us. In the same way, the writers of the Gospels wrote with the inspiration of God, but what they saw through the lens of where they were, through their lens of their own life and what they were brought up as and what they knew. All these things affected their writing and their styles. They didn't even all write exactly in the same style. It's actually a really beautiful thing. And what makes the Bible amazing as a whole is that from Genesis to Revelation, it is one continuous story. And it's a beautiful thing that you can read it, and you know what? You're seeing the story of God unfold. And it is the most beautiful book in the entire world. Now, that doesn't make it any less sometimes hard to grasp, right? The Bible can be hard to grasp. But when it comes especially to the Gospels are beautiful and amazing and glorious. Don't worry about the fact, really in any part of the Bible, but especially in the Gospels, that you're reading two different accounts. Remember, you're reading different viewpoints from different men that could be, and when they wrote it down, they were probably not even all in the same place by the time they wrote it down. They were in different towns and different areas, and that affected them. All these things go into the writing. But make no mistake, it is all the Word of God. It is all written under His inspiration, and it is all there for our good and His glory. And it's so wonderful. So take time to read the Gospels, to really read it and appreciate it for what it is. Because you know what? All those viewpoints of the life of Christ give us the greater understanding of who he was, why he came, and who we are in him. I hope you all have a great day and a great week. Until next time.